Alright lads, so today we're going to be having a look at the new resurrectable characters. More so JUGRAM and also Bazby. I don't think I'm going to showcase ODU. He's more so just a link, right? He basically plays the exact same, but JUGRAM did receive some pretty good buffs, and I'm excited to see how he is going to perform in Brave battles. Now, I do want to clarify, a character like this, given that he is basically like 4 years old at this point, you really do want to have him max transcended to really compete with these new characters. Unfortunately for me, I only have him special move level 3, so level 10 attack, focus, and also stamina. But since we do have these special move chakras, I eventually will get him 5-5, and I might try him out once more once I do max transcend him. Either way though, JUGRAM got a pretty good resurrection. So first and foremost, his soul trait is DR and also 60% normal attack damage. This is going to be really good for any potential future power character. A good mixture of damage reduction and also normal attack damage is always appreciated. This also does go for himself. He did pick up one new innate skill, that being paralysis resistance, which I guess will help him out if he goes against Yuha Bark, but I think this is more so designed for guild quests, maybe the melee squad 0 guild quests if there are paralysis pulls on the floor. He did, however, pick up two new skills, that being prevent last ditch survival, which is always good, still a meta relevant brave battle skill, and he also does have ignore brave battle invincibility, so he is actually able to compete against every character besides maybe those that have persistence, which is basically the case for every character that doesn't have the persistent skill. And JUGRAM itself already had a lot of good things going for him, brave battle counter, invincibility, so the fact that he can now go through it means he's definitely more relevant in this meta, and his attribute also does do him favors too. Given that the best character, a character you're going to see a lot, is someone like Orihime, will he be good against her? Maybe if you have him max transcended a full defense build, he could probably make for a good stall character against Orihime. At 3-5 though, right now, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting too much, but we'll see how it goes, right? So with that said, this is the team that we are going to be using today. Not sure it's the best team, but it's basically what I'm working with. So Orihime is going to go with a full defense build, golden chappy, and also electric guitar. With 3 DR soul traits, some giving us an extra last ditch survival and also no attack damage. Not like it really matters. They're mostly hit just for the extra bit of stats. And also most importantly, the 20% damage reduction. But we are going with a full transcended Orihime, so full defense, with low stamina and also pierce barrier as bonus abilities. Yama is going something very similar, golden chappy, and also guitar. In this case, full attack because I don't have a max transcended. 3 DR soul traits, some giving extra no attack damage. In his case, he's 4-5, so level 10 attack, stamina, defense, and also focus. With damage to lash rated enemies and also attack as bonus abilities, because the main idea is that we are going to put Yama against someone like Yuha. And then lastly for JUGRAM, golden chappy, and also guitar. 3 DR soul traits, level 10 attack, level 10 focus, level 10 stamina, with dodge and also attack as bonus abilities. I feel like it's kind of hard to fit him into a slot right now, I'm not going to lie, because this is the team that I usually do use, and it's countering other characters we do see in the meta. The problem with JUGRAM that we are going to see here is that he isn't a counter to anyone besides Ichibei, I guess, but Ichibei is not really ever seen. Again, we are going to put him against someone like Orihime, but ideally we are going to want to have him max transcended. I guess in this case we'll put it against the bottom team here, so level 10 attack Orihime, only 1-5. They do have a max transcended Yama. That could be a problem. That's why we're going to put Yama against their Yuha. And then their Minia is actually quite well built. So I'm not really fussed about who actually wins these games. I'm mostly just want to focus on how JUGRAM does perform against Orihime, because there's always improvements that you can make to a particular team, right? Chances are we might lose here, especially if they do actually get the extra stats from the Yuha boost. Hopefully not though. So let's hopefully take care of Yuha. That Yuha does look quite well built. We do take Yuha down. JUGRAM's doing well. He's doing well, actually. He did actually get Orihime very low there. The persistence did activate. Now they activate the debuff. But the thing is, both Minia and also Orihime activate their persistence. We just activated ours. He did quite well there. He did quite well there. I will be honest. And that's kind of the hope with JUGRAM. Ideally, once more, you do want to have him max transcended, like potentially full defense build. And he would actually make for a potential good counter to a certain extent against someone like Orihime, which again is now easily done, because if you are like me that has JUGRAM 3-5, through the special move trial we can get him 5-5, and then again we'll try him again, and he'll perform like a significantly better character. So next up, we're going to go against Ishii. 46k total stats, quite the high stat increase, right? Not really the greatest build there. Yama does look well built, and so does their Yuha, so this might be a problem for us. Let's see how it does go. Again, we're strictly looking at how JUGRAM does perform against Orihime. Thus far, it hasn't been too bad, although if they do get the team boost, and we don't counteract that team boost, then they're pretty much guaranteed to win here. So debuffs have gone off. Can we kill Yuha quick enough? He just activated his boost. That's not looking too good for us. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done. That's the thing with raid battles, right? It's like if they get the team boost, that's why Yuha is important to have. Or in a way, it's important to take down Yuha because we were doing well there, but they activated their team boost, got the extra 43% attack, focus, and defense, debuffed us, lowered our attack, focus, and defense, and it was pretty much game over after that. Even if we had more Transcendence, it doesn't matter. At that point, they basically had like 70% more stats than us. So let's try this team and see how it does perform. We might switch between the two teams depending on the cards we are going against. In this case, Mania is once more using a Golden Chappy and also Qatar for 20% DR, only 1/5 so level 10 attack, with low stamina and also attack as bonus abilities. The idea is that we can actually do Mania against their Yama, Orihime against their Mania, and then Yugram against their Orihime. And that should work out in our favor. Mania more often than not does win against Yama. Orihime should win against Mania. She has the range advantage, and then we're kind of stalling out Orihime, potentially even get her weak. They went down super quick. So did JUGRAM, to be fair, but at least we activated the persistence, right? So now it's a 2v1. That was the main goal. That game ended super quick. I know we had significantly more stats than them, but it feels like that game was on 2x speed, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so next up, we have a max Transcendence Yama. That could be a problem. Their Yuha's 3-5 didn't really look at their Orihime, but their Orihime does look well built. You can see there, Yugram went down super quick. We look to be losing here, but we can definitely clutch up. Maybe not. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, that one good. That one good. I think as of right now, I kind of want to avoid teams that do have Yuha. Most people right now have a max Transcendent. It's an absolute pain to play against. This team potentially works out in our favor. We do have some counters going against them, right? So we should have the advantage here. Once more, Yugram is doing somewhat decent. It does actually activate her persistence. I think he's spending too much time getting to her. That's ultimately the biggest problem with someone like Orihime, is that because she is a range character, by the time you get to her, which lucky enough, he did activate the persistence. So if the persistence skill didn't actually exist, Yugram would have won that fight. But by the time Yugram gets to her, half his HP is already gone, unfortunately. But we were at least able to win this game, so that wasn't too bad. This team has a 1-5 Orihime. I believe they are using a hollow bait, so that's not really in their favor. As you're going to see there, we're going to do a lot of damage there. Dodge does come in clutch sometimes, potentially stalling some damage. And we actually can weaken Orihime, so I guess there are potential chances where you could stall out Orihime. And that's why going with a full defense build for Yugram might be the best case scenario, because you can apply weakening, and the weakening would actually stall out the potential persistence skill, right? Now, not every time you are going to apply weakening, he doesn't have an increased chance to do so, nor does he have a vortex, so you have to get quite lucky, but there are going to be cases where you actually can stall out Orihime even with the persistence skill, even if she has the potential stat advantage. Next up, we are against Calvin. Let's see how this one does go. Again, strictly looking at Yugram versus Orihime. Debuffs have gone off. Their Yama went down super quick. That's good for us. And it looks like Yugram is winning the fight. But again, persistence is going to be a thing here. Can he stall her out? Yes, he can. He weakened her. Okay, that works in our favor. There we go. Yugram won it. That's nice to see. And this team had good stats. 40k stats overall. It was a pretty fair fight, I would like to say. Mania was lasting a bit extra long, but that's fine. Having two persistence cards against her really weren't much of an issue. But there you go. Yugram was performing decent, at least against Orihime. Up against another very similar team. Right now, this looks to be the best team for me to go against because we're most likely going to win against Orihime versus Mania. Yama went down super quick, of course, because we are using the counter. And then Yugram against Orihime usually gets her weak enough. Sometimes, again, activates the persistence skill before he does die. And because we're winning our other two lanes first and foremost, we're going to have the advantage because their persistence is... Orihime's persistence should wear off very, very quick. In this case, once more, Mania has been an absolute headache, but no worries from us. Their persistence activated. We have two characters here. Their persistence hasn't activated, so we did have the advantage. Matches are lasting a tad bit long, but that's fine. We are at least winning them. So there are a lot of teams out there that are using Yamamoto, Mania, and also Orihime. Truth be told, that's my exact team. In this case, Yugram did activate Orihime's persistence, so that does actually go in our favor. And then right now, we just got to kind of take down Mania. Lastly, from the looks of it, with teams like this, we win against Aaroniero with Yamamoto. Yugram should get Orihime down to 0 HP, activate the persistence, and then it becomes a 2v1 against Mania, where we had the advantage. So, if I was to use this team strictly, for the entire week, these are the teams that I would be going against. And for the most part, it looks like these are the teams that I will win against. Since we aren't going against a Yuha buck, there's no RNG of them activating the boost and getting the extra stats. So this team looks to be quite consistent against the teams that we are going against right now. Unless they potentially have a significantly stat advantage, max transcended characters, for example. We'll see how it does go. JUGRAM once more versus Aaroniero. Looking at the top. It looks to be a very close game. Can JUGRAM take it down? Potentially. Just undone. This one's going to be very close. Someone got the sub on Mania. Who was it? Was it us? It looks like it was us. So now we actually confused them. It's a 1v1. Lucky for us, though, JUGRAM did get down Aaroniero enough so the persistence activates. And once more, we do win. So, yeah, I would say if you have access to this team and you want to use JUGRAM, this seems to be the best team for him. And the team that we are going against seem to be the best matchup for us. I know I shouldn't, but let's go against this team once more, just to see how it does go. They are using the attack strategy, so they should hopefully activate the boost before we activate the debuff. Although, maybe it's worked out. UR's doing a lot of damage to Aaroniero, so that looks like they have the boost active. We get the Sobom, though, so now we get to... Aaroniero used the Sobom. I'd rather Mania use it, but we actually won against this, so that wasn't too bad. That was a risky team again. Going against Yuha, when you don't also have a team booster, is super risky. So this team right here has, again, another good set of stats, 41k overall. Their Aaroniero in particular is 3-5, so level 10 attack, stamina, and also focus. This means it's more even, and let's see how this does go. So in an even playing field, when JUGRAM doesn't have the stat advantage, it's definitely a lot more closer. In this case, I believe we got the Sobom. Does appear the case. This pretty much guarantees that we win, right? Because we activate the debuff effects. I'm unfortunately confused. Now it's Aaroniero versus Aaroniero. We activate the persistence. Looks like we are going to win here. But yeah, it looks like when Aaroniero and also JUGRAM are on the same stat advantage here. Transcendence level more so, both 3-5. Let's say basically both 1-5. It looks like JUGRAM can maybe get Aaroniero down to like 50% of the HP. So you would definitely want to have more Transcendent invested into your JUGRAM if you are putting them reliably up against Aaroniero. Right now we are putting JUGRAM against a 2-5 Aaroniero, so level 10 attack, level 10 stamina. Let's see how this one does play out. That Aaroniero is doing a lot of damage to us. Yeah, look at that. Still, once more, we were at least able to get it down to like 50%. But that one was not in our favor. Maybe they debuffed us and we didn't get to debuff them straight away. I'm not too sure. But that's why we are wanting to use a character like Mania and also Aaroniero on our team. Just to give us the potential backup, right? If JUGRAM doesn't work out, the girls will. The girls will come through. For our final match, though, we are going against a 3-5 Aaroniero, I believe. I'm actually not too sure. Kind of forgot. But they do have like 41k total stats. Yeah, their Aaroniero was not built, but their Aaroniero did take us down super quick. What went wrong here? How is the team dying so fast? I generally have no idea. It looks like we're losing this one. I don't think we can clutch it up. Can we? Nah, it doesn't like it, unfortunately. Mania's persistence is about to activate, so that doesn't look too good. But somehow, JUGRAM took down Aaroniero super quick. But likewise, Aaroniero took us down super quick. So, unfortunately, we are ending on an L there. Nah, we can't end on L. Let's do one more game. I gotta say, though, props to that last team, because that last team had a Yamamoto that outlived a Mania, which is kind of crazy to think about, right? In this case, I believe this is a 1-5 Aaroniero. Looks like we are able to activate the persistence. The debuff did go at the right time, so that was perfect for us. Once more, JUGRAM is going to die there, but persistence has been activated, therefore making it a very easy target. She goes down. Overall, a pretty decent team, to say the least. I'm not going to lie, though. I've been wanting a female dominant meta, and in a way, this is the closest thing to that. Because, JUGRAM probably has the best hair here, doesn't he? But it looks like we were able to win more games than lose. We did lose a few games here and there. But I'd say if you are rocking JUGRAM, you would probably want to pair him with... Mania and also Aaroniero. Again, ideally, you would like to have JUGRAM max transcended, full defense. And that would make him potentially stall out Aaroniero even more, making him a good counter to her, potentially. You would probably want to avoid teams using Yuha. Again, right now, the biggest awkward thing with this team is because if we are using a team like this, we don't have a good counter to someone like Yuha. Because if they use a team boost, they're going to get the stat advantage, right? So if you are using a team like this, ideally, you would want to put Mania against Yamamoto, probably put Aaroniero against their Mania, and then put JUGRAM against Aaroniero. More Transcendence, though, the better. I'll say it's a good resurrection. Definitely doesn't make him top 5 best Brave Battle characters in the game. Far from it, right? But it's an overall good resurrection because we can actually use him right now, right? Prior to him resurrecting, I was not taking him into Brave Battles. You couldn't. Realistically, you couldn't. You look at the top 5 most used characters here. No one's using JUGRAM right now. He might break into the top 10 now that he has been resurrected. So I would overall say it's actually a really good resurrection because the ignore, breakback, invincibility, the large survival that you can prevent, it's good. It's really, really good. I like it. It makes him usable now, at the very least. So those that do have a max chance in a Jugram, you can probably have a bit of fun with him. Maybe he might be in your mainstay team. That ultimately comes down to you though, right? But you can definitely do things that you couldn't previously do with him until he now resurrected. Either way though, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.